How's everybody doing today? All right. Well, I would like to say good afternoon, beautiful people. Thank you for being here. We're presenting today is not just a sponsorship opportunity that we got going here. It's a strategic movement rooted in culture, visibility, and long-term impact. This official campaign is for Miss Black Rodeo USA 2027, representing Colorado on a national stage. Everything we're doing here is built around one principle: support local, go national. Support local, go national. And as we present here, before we talk about where we're going, it's important to understand what's been missing, right? After the Civil War, we nearly 1 in 4 cowboys were black, and yet that story was erased from mainstream Western culture. It wasn't until 2017 that Arkansas crowned its first black rodeo queen. 2017, it's crazy. More than 60 years after the program began, actually. Just to think about that, was more than 60 years after the program had began, they finally crowned one. Now, in 2027, Mathena, Washington represents Colorado, a state that has never, ever held this title. Ever. Yes. I repeat that for y'all one more time. Now in 2027, Mathena, Washington represents Colorado, a state that has never, ever held this title. Appreciate that. But just understand, this is not participation. This is history being rewritten in real time. Get this next slide for you, sir. Oh, wait. All righty. This campaign exists because the timing is right. And the gap is still there. Colorado has never, ever had a Miss Black Rodeo USA title holder. Western heritage has always included black culture. It just hasn't been properly represented. And for those in this room, this creates a very clear opportunity. You're not just sponsoring a person, you're aligning with a cultural shift. And Mathena brings the credibility to carry that forward: real horsemanship, real experience, and a platform that reaches beyond the arena. Yes. So about this campaign operates on 2 levels: local impact and national visibility. Every sponsor contributes directly to Colorado. Just to understand that every sponsor contributes directly to Colorado. To the programs, to the youth, to the real community work that's happening here right now. And at the same time, your brand travels to a national competition, within media, and to the stage. This is not passive exposure, by the way. This is embedded, consistent visibility. Mathena is the invitation. Your sponsorship is what opens the doors. There we go. And here are some marks that we're looking to hit, just so you all make sure you can see the visuals as we speak as well. This is a fully structured campaign, by the way, not a side project, not a hobby, a strategic run for a national title that we have in mind. We're working toward a $20,000 funding goal with clear allocations across travel, wardrobe, media, and programming. There is a defined timeline, a defined plan, and execution already is in motion, as we can see. Everything here has been intentional and will be intentional. So, what's in it for you? You ask. We all have that question in mind. Now let's talk about value, because this is where partnership becomes tangible. Your brand integrates across 4 phases. And this is important, by the way. First, during the campaign, you're visible through media, social content, live appearances across the states. Secondly, at the competition and across the nation, by the way, your brand is on an enormous stage in front of national rodeo audiences. And third, after the win, there's a full year of appearances, speaking, advocacy, and all with your name attached to this. So I do want you all to see that bigger picture that's in mind, right? Like this is not just an ideal of being positioned to say I'm here to support and just get my brand. It's also a cultural shifting opportunity and really a face sharing opportunity. And fourth, during the camp in 2027, your brand is directly in front of Colorado families, directly in front of the families, not on the side, not behind the screen. They're directly touching the people that are really trying to be a part of it, right? And the families that are out there that would like to be represented. In a high trust, in person environment where visibility turns into recognition and influence and understanding what that really means, right? You're not just buying into a program and you're sitting on the sidelines. You're buying into a program that's going to allow things to manifest on a higher level. Not just talk about it, but be about it. This is not a one-time moment, by the way. This is a full life cycle partnership. And I want us to really lock in on understanding what a sponsor is. Like a lot of times people think you're just shedding out money, but the ideal of it is you're buying into something that's bigger than yourself to move something that's bigger than you, right? It's no longer individual. Just because an individual represents the things that you're trying to acquire doesn't mean that it's individually supporting that person, right? It's all about the mission that person represents. And we have to focus on what's the mission that's at hand right now that we are focusing on. And that mission is to shift this culture. You know, and I know I'm off script real quick and I'll move on. I just want us to understand that I jumped into this mix seeing the big vision. I've always been a national guy. My goal was to always be a part of something that can really shift culture in different ways. And this was first time ever doing something Western. But I said, imagine so many people. I'm gonna put my daughter in this now because I got introduced to this. Beforehand, I was like, well, you know, my daughter's gonna be an architect, which, you know, she still is, right? But having this opportunity right there to be able to touch it and make it real for her to have a different perspective other than mine is great for me. And so that's why, you know, we really buying into this as a true movement, not a situational moment, not something to try to get some exposure to make yourself look cool. It's truly culturally shifting. And I'm so glad she added that information in here to acknowledge that it's something that can really redefine Colorado in its essence and what it's going for. And so at this time, I'd like to introduce someone who has not only witnessed Mathena's growth, but has helped shape the discipline, leadership, and the presence you see today. She is the pillar in the community, a national title holding all-star cheer coach, and a respected business owner. Please join me in welcoming Big Coach.
I'm just going to be myself. Is that okay? Because I don't know any other way to be but myself. I'm nervous. And the only reason I'm nervous because it's such a special moment. It's a special, special moment. Things that you're used to doing, you're not nervous because that's what you do. Things that you're not used to doing and bringing in for the first time a new Miss Black Rodeo is something different. So I am nervous. So I will just say this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here for her. Thank you for being here for Mathena, Washington, who dreams a little bit higher than most of us. She won't stop. I say, Mathena, can you just work a normal job?
Amen. Hallelujah.
Can you just like, oh my God. And then I just say, oh, Mathena, I would just love to come to Hobby Lobby and just maybe find some crafts we could do. Nope. I said, oh, Mathena, can we just do this or that? But wow, what an inspiration to maybe that 8-year-old, that 10-year-old, that 15-year-old who's looking at her saying, no, I'm not going to work a normal job because I'm not normal. I'm not normal. I'm not regular. So I don't know how to do that, coach. And when I see those young girls looking up to her, that's my time to support her. So here I am. Because that's where our world is taking us, to doing things that we've never, ever dared to dream of doing. And that's being a Miss Black Rodeo. I woke up this morning, but me, my nights and days are all mixed up. So at 4:30 this morning, I just said, good morning, Miss Black Rodeo. Because that's who she is to me. Not because she's cute, not because she's gorgeous, not because none of that. But because truly what I have seen over the last 4 to 5 years, and I just simply said, congratulations on your new journey. I am proud and I am honored to be a part of your next level. A level that some of us would never dare to dream to do. But I congratulate you on that. May God bless you and take care of you and your dreams that some of us would never dare to dream. May He guide you for all your days and the choices that you make along the way. I look forward to seeing you, being next to you, and watching you step into the new you. Love, Big Coach. That's what you mean to me. That's what came to me. And sometimes it's so cool to speak from the heart, because when you speak from the heart, it's so fun because that's just really what it is. It's from the heart. And when these young people start coming through the ranks and we say, what are they doing? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I want to support, but I left it in God's hands. Because once you leave it in God's hands, and now we've done our part. But I'm so proud to be a part of it. So you know how Mathena is. She'll say, don't wear this, don't do this, don't say this, let's talk about this. So here we go. I'm just going to say a couple things. And then what's so fun is that's just who she is. I don't see Miss Black Rodeo. I see the mayor. Girl, we got some pothole issues. Girl, we got some homeless issues. You putting all this work. I just see her as the mayor or the governor. That's just who she is. And sometimes we can't wipe out who somebody is because that's who Mathena Washington is. I've tried, Dad. I've been on your side. Oh, I promise you. I said, oh, don't get married. Oh, don't have no boyfriend. I did all that. I did. And I'm going to still keep doing it. Okay, But what I'm excited about is the different type of dream of who she is and what she wants to become. So what she means to me, this is what she just said, Coach, can you just talk about a couple things? Yes. You mean the world to me. I'm not going to just go down the list. You mean the world to me. There hasn't been one event, activity, dance, kickoff that I have not attended. I support you because I believe in you. And you have to go through what you're going through to understand who you are. So what do you mean to me? You have been special to me in my life. I'm going to tell you what she means to me. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks and 2 days. I got home and the doctor said, no, now you're going to be down for another 6 weeks. I can't leave the house. I can't walk. No. Mathena was there. What do you need? Send me the list. I sent her the list, and she walked in the door with all of the things on the list. So that it got me through the next 2 or 3 weeks. And I'll never forget that poor blanket is just worn out. So what she means to me is the world. So Miss Black Rodeo, meaning somebody to the world, means a whole lot. She wanted me to say this. Her character. Just tell them a little bit about my character, coach. Girl, you crazy. That's what her, cause she's crazy. But I'm gonna tell you her character. She's gonna get it done. Sorry. I don't care what you think about her. I don't care how tall she is, how short you wanted her to be. She's going to get it done. That's her character. Why this matters. She said, Coach, can you just tell them why this really matters? Like me running for Miss Black Rodeo? Because you're the first one to do it. They haven't seen it, and somebody's been sitting back waiting for someone to do it. Here you are. And that's why this matters, because we need the first one to step up in Colorado, the Mile High City. You know me, I love the Broncos. Who better than to represent Miss Black Rodeo from Colorado than Mathena, Washington? That's why it matters. I just saw, look at these girls in those pictures. Look. I said, look, they were here. She stepped up in her community. She stepped up in the gymnasium. She has stepped up in colleges, and now she's here. There's no one that would fit this role better, stronger, more meaningful than Mathena, Washington. And I'm so honored that you have me standing here for you on this day. May the launch be your next level to the first I am. Mathena, Washington. Thank you.
So if you guys don't know, that song is from my all-time favorite movie, Spirit, the Cimarron. As you can see, I have my own spirit. I've had a couple different horses throughout my lifetime, and they all happen to be literally the same buckskin color. Literally at horse camp, when I was sent to horse camp, his name was Charlie, and he was a little pack horse, and he was also a buckskin. And then I had my own horse I leased for about 4 years, and his name was Blue, and he was also a buckskin. Now I am working with a rescue. His name is Hank. His barn name is Hankins. It's really funny, but that is not how I wanted to start, but it's okay. What I really wanted to start about is, first of all, saying thank you to everybody who is in attendance. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching me, whether it be from a distance or right up close. I was taught at a very young age to work hard, and the hard work pays off. My wonderful grandparents helped teach me outdoor activities, indoor activities, and then I moved in with my dad as a teenager, and he straightened me all the way out. And college taught me a lot of different tasks, a lot of different scheduling, how to prioritize things in my life, and I'm here today. So I wanted to thank you guys again for being here. This little slide, again, my motto is support local, go national. It's really important to me that we are supporting our local Colorado companies, businesses, entrepreneurs that maybe are not getting the exposure that everybody deserves, for one. I think that going national with this whole Miss Black Rodeo USA title in general, I think that it is wonderful for Colorado, wonderful for our local businesses, for our family members, because the only place you ever come back to that will always be there for you is family. And all these people in the room today that I'm looking at is family. So thank you for being here. And I'm gonna jump right on in. I do have my own little script and stuff. But before I jump in, thank you, Big Coach. Give it up for Big Coach. And thank you to my campaign manager, Larry. Thank you so much for saying those kind words earlier. Yes. I'm gonna get my thank yous out of the way first. Thank you to Garrett and Emma, who are my media team, and they have also joined this wonderful campaign. So all of that has just been background information on who I am, and what you've heard so far has just been the structure. I am the one who is living it. I'm out there being dirty and getting my hands dirty. I don't have all those pretty nails on. I'm okay with being outside and sweating and working hard because there's more of a passion there. Horses are my peace. And sometimes to people, they're very scary. Trust me, I've been bucked off. I have been kicked, I have been bit, I've been stepped on, and lots of other things. But it's okay. I'm still here. I still love these creatures. They can sync with your heartbeat from 4 feet away. Not sure if anybody knew that. But when a creature like that, an animal that can't communicate with you in our language, is able to communicate with you through body language, through emotional, I don't want to say radiation, but that harmony around us. It's a unique experience. And if you haven't experienced that, I definitely encourage you to come on out to the barn. Just text me, call me, let me know, and I would be happy to put you with one of the horses that I'm working with. So through the consistency that I have now expressed, through the volunteering that I have done, that's pretty much the only way that I've ever gotten into doing any horse riding. It's always been volunteer-based. So through my volunteering, I'm training horses, I'm riding them, I'm walking them around, I'm lunging them, I'm working their kinks out of them, and then in return, I get to ride. And all of that matters. And this isn't all about a stage or a crown, because it's more about what I bring with me when I get there. There is a purpose behind this crown. The campaign exists because there are still barriers, and I want everyone to help me fill that gap. There's not a lack of talent in Colorado whatsoever. There's just a lack of access. There's not a lack of interest. It's just a lack of visibility. And I have experienced that firsthand. I've been told on multiple occasions, there aren't girls who ride horses. Why are you riding horses and being dirty? Well, that's my safe space. That's my blooming grounds. That's where I feel the most safe. This isn't just something I care about. It's something I am committed to changing. And it's not just stepping into a title. I'm stepping into responsibility. This is where your responsibility shows up. Lead the Legacy is a program that I have just recently started. And as you've seen in the video, some of the kids that have attended already to my first Lead the Legacy program, they want more. They were like, when is your next camp? And I was like, I have to talk to Coach. But it's just a starting point. It's for kids who have never been around horses, for families who didn't think the space was for them, or for future leaders who just need the exposure. Lead the Legacy is where confidence is built. It's where identity is shaped, and where your support creates something that is beyond me. Now, I am not just thinking short term. I'm going to build something that grows, with phases that need your help. From programming and access, to a nonprofit structure that gives grants and scholarships, then the land where equity blossoms and ownership and higher education is able to be repeated. Because access without sustainability doesn't work. And the goal is to create a pipeline where opportunity doesn't just stop with me or the kids, it expands. Now, there's lots of exposure going to happen, and from a partnership standpoint, this consistency is visibility, not just online, but in person, week after week, where people see your brand, they ask about the brand, and then they remember that brand. That is where real impact happens. I'm already doing the work. I'm already in the community, building relationships, and showing up. These 3 horses on the screen are very much real proof of that. This one actually threw me off. So when you partner with me, you're stepping into something that has already had traction. It's already there and present. And I love it. So this isn't an idea that is just waiting to happen. It is already happening. So far on my own, I have secured 40% of these categories, and that means the campaign is already in motion, and the foundation is being built. Now, I'm looking for the right partners to help us take us all the way. I've created multiple ways that you can get involved. Based on the level of visibility that you're looking for, you'll find these offers also on the handout you received as well as you came in to peruse at your own leisure. But no matter the level, you are contributing to something real. And that matters more than anything. So I'll leave you with this. This is bigger than a title. This is bigger than me. It's about access, representation, and building something that lasts. I'm going to nationals. The question is, who's going with me? And if that's you, I'll be over at the photo booth. Pause. If that's you, I'll be over at the photo booth, also taking pictures with you. After this to discuss which level of the offers align with what you are looking for. Thank you again for attending, and I hope you all have a great evening.